Hey, there we go. So why don't we start this over then?
Yo, let's go. You guys are watching an episode of For the Culture Podcast.
Yes,
Brought to
sir.
you by me, Tamel Pittman. Go by the name of Tamel Cuts, proud owner of Uppercuts Barbershop.
Hey, and I'm Lonnie Horn, proud owner of World Class Faders and World Class Stylers Barbershop.
And together, this is the United Barbers Club. Thank you all for watching, tuning in, spending your time with us. We're very excited. We're doing something completely new today. So just bear with us. Let's have some fun together. Like my partner Lonnie says, happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yes. Well, I'm putting that on the t-shirt. We finally got the logo. We're putting it on the t-shirt. Happy Tuesday. And we got to be politically correct to everybody because I do see some of y'all on Instagram. We just want to make sure that you check that pin at the bottom. This is going to be a major shift for us. So it's going to take a little tinkering, man. So make sure to click that link in the bio on the United Barbers Club page, and it will bring you over with us to hang in YouTube live. So please make sure to hop on. All right, we're gonna have some fun tonight.
Your lighting is a little off today, player. You all right? There it is. Okay, there.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's all part of this new thing, but we're gonna get it. I know what it is, but we're not gonna worry about all that today.
Yes, indeed.
Ah, man. All right, man. Let's do this. All right, man. It is so good to be here, man. Did I tell you Happy Tuesday?
No, happy Tuesday, my friend.
Man, Happy Tuesday, my guy. It's good to be on Instagram and YouTube with you today. And
Yes,
might I say, man, the new setup looks good. Is this our new studio that we hanging out in?
Oh,
right
yes. Oh, yes. This is very snazzy. You know what I'm saying? We got the podcast mics in different colors in the back brick wall. Got the UBC logo in the corner. You got two of the most handsomest barber owners in the business. I do declare.
Yes. And you told them who you are, right?
I sure did. I
think
sure
they know
did.
then. Well, y'all, it is so good to be here today. I will say this, man. This is going to be super fun. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. Again,
Yes.
all you guys on Instagram, please click the link in the bio. Come over here so you can see the new studio. Please click that link in our bio. And it's going to take you over to YouTube with us where we're hanging. And we have an amazing guest today, so I don't want y'all to miss out. So please come on over quick. Okay, man, we got some things on us today. Apparel of the week, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Well, hold on. Yeah, I guess what you wearing today, then, man?
Well, man, I am sporting the new Salute the Barber Valentine's edition with the heart in the middle. You know what I'm saying, man? Salute the Barber. We got the Barber Love hat by the United Barbers Club. That's all we like to do is show love to everybody out there. So please go follow Salute the Barber movement and make sure you guys go follow us at United Barbers Club on IG.
Well, my apparel of the week, my guy, is the original barber school and original barber shop, man.
We're talking about Las Vegas.
Man, shout out to Carl Little, our guy. Man, I love that brand, man. I love it. Every time we go down there, they show us love. So this is my apparel of the week this week. And then sitting on this here head here, man, this here bald head, we got the camo. Barber Love.
That's very rare.
Yes, man. We got the
rare
camo
one.
Barber Love, man. So that's our apparel of the week, man. What we do like to do is shout out. People plug us all the time with clothes, whether it's shirts or hats, and we just like to show our gratitude on our platform by highlighting them this week. And I got a bin of clothes over here, so we want to make sure that we always rotating and showing love, man.
Yes, indeed. Before we get any deeper into this, we do got to shout out our sponsors. So bear with us for a second. Check out this short video, and we'll be right back with you.
So this is a Bopper card. Someone can scan the QR code, or I can just tap it to the back of someone's device. Click the link. Now they have instant access to all of my website links, all of my social media, and my contact card. That is Bopper.
Barbers Illustrated magazine is the ultimate magazine for the culture, craft, and community of the barbering world. Get stories and insight from your favorite barbers from all over the world. Plus, much more you won't get anywhere else. Subscribe now at barbersillustratedmagazine.com. Just $6 a month for print, or go digital for $2.99 a month. Join the movement at barbersillustratedmagazine.com.
Hey,
Hey.
we got another one too, right?
Yes, we do. Hey, I don't know who y'all book with, but I book with the B. That's Booksy Biz.
Hey, Booksy Biz is amazing, man. We've been partnering with them for a while and blessed to have them. Everybody in our shops use them, and it's an amazing way to keep your appointments organized, your clients organized, but it's so much more than a booking app, man. You get to also track your your income. So every year I'm able to literally grab statements, give them to my CPA, and keep it moving, man. But there's a million dope features in that Booksy app. Give them one, T. Give them one. Just one.
Oh
today.
man, one of my favorite features that a lot of Booksy users don't even know is that if you're booked for that day, right? If a client is still trying to book with you and they're looking and seeing that day is grayed out, click that day anyway. It's going to leave you an option to join the wait list. So if anybody cancels, you'll be one of the first to be notified to book that appointment if that fits your schedule. So check it out.
Man, look, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this next thing. So what's coming up? We got to let you know what's coming up before we bring our guests in, man. What's coming up is something that we've been doing for a few years now. And this is one of the coolest events that we throw every year, and it is our student barber battle. T Melly, you want to run that for them real quick so they can know what we're talking about?
Got you, player. Turn your audio down. This is going to be a little.
You gonna learn today. You gonna learn today.
Yes, sir. That is top of the class. Student Barber Battle is going to be in Sacramento, California at Federico's Barber and Beauty Institute. What you just saw was our lineup for education. We got Anna Cut. She's going to be doing the share class. We got Chewy Blends. He's going to be doing a color class. And then we got Braids by Bree, who is doing a braiding class, stitch braiding with designs. You do not want to miss it. Huh? What'd you say?
Oh,
You said
it's gonna be crazy, man. Full of education, and this is not just for students, y'all. This is for everybody. It's for shop owners. Shop owners, you're always looking for talent. Guess what? This is where the talent is at. Team members who, we all want to love who we work next to. Guess what? You get to scout with your shop owner and find talent out here. But there's also categories that are not just for students. So it's just a great opportunity. I know me and Tamel, we go to student battles outside of our own, and we always trip off of how much we learn. Like always trip off of how much we learn. So I always believe that the new barbers can learn from the veterans, and the veterans can learn from the new barbers. They bring a lot of innovation, and I'm telling you, it's going to be full of talent. So that's in Sacramento, California. Get your tickets today at capcityshowcase.com. And the ticket's only $20.
$20. Who ain't got $20? That's in some cases a half a haircut. In some cases, 25% of a haircut. Because some of y'all make some dough. Let me hold something.
and then the education. I can't believe how much we're selling this education for. Literally $30 a class, and you could get a full package for, was it $60?
$60.
$60. So you get 3 classes. So yeah, don't play about that. Don't play about it. All right, man. You wanna give me a little intro music?
Oh, you
man.
need something.
Yeah, man.
You want to get jiggy. You want to get jiggy. Okay,
y'all, check it out, y'all. So me and Tamel, we've been blessed. We get to travel around this country. We get to meet so many dope people, man. We literally go on. We're kind of like relationship hoarders. We
Yes.
literally go around to meet the dopest people in this country, and on this platform, we get to bring them to you. We get to bring them to you so you can also extract information from their journeys to apply to your own. So we know in this industry, a lot of people are inventors, they're innovators. So not only do we talk to celebrity barbers, but we also talk to brand owners. And so at the CT Expo recently, me and Tamel did what we call our last lap.
Last lap.
And the last lap for us is, man, it's been a long day. We've been interviewing all day. We're tired. It's time to go eat. And then we look at each other, and it takes one of us to say, last lap. When you don't feel like doing it, and you do it, you always get that connection that tells you why you were supposed to. And so coming to the screen, man, is our guy, Charlie, with OneBladeShave, man. Bring this man in here so we could talk about this amazing product that he is pushing to our industry right now.
Hey. How you
Y'all
guys
give it
doing?
up for Charlie. Charlie Pyle. What's up, man? Let's go. Let's go.
Thank y'all for having me. Can you hear me all right?
Oh,
Yes,
bro, we
we
can hear you
can,
great.
man.
It's like you've done this before, bro. You got the whole podcast set up, ready to go.
In
I
another
mean,
life, I was an audio guy.
Oh, we should have called you when we have technical difficulties.
I like the setup. It's clean.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you, man.
Thank
That
y'all for
means a
having me
lot.
on. I'm honored to be here.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
honored to have
indeed.
you, man. And but man, barbering. Why? What brought you into this barbering industry? I always like. Usually we start off with the barbers asking why
Yeah.
barbering, and for brand owners, why barbering?
Yeah, well, that's a really great question because the reality is we are, as a brand, we are very new to this space. One Blade Inc., our website is onebladeshave.com. One Blade has been around as a business since 2013. We went to market with a premium safety razor that was designed for home use. So not really a barber tool, that retailed for $499. That's $499 for a razor handle.
Damn.
And the idea behind that product, and I have one with me right here. This is our Genesis Silver. The idea behind this product was to give a single edge shave to the guy who didn't want to deal with learning how to use a traditional double-edged safety razor, much less what you guys are trained and licensed to use, the classic barber tool that is the straight razor. So our founder, who is not me, I'm actually the current CEO of the company. Our founder is a guy named Porter Stansberry, founded One Blade after a barbershop experience in Rimini, Italy, where he had for the first time the classic straight razor shave and realized what he had been missing in his shitty cartridge razors. Can we curse on this show?
Oh, yeah.
Over time, he had been dealing with really bad ingrown hairs and realized that the single blade shave was the solution to his problem. Porter has had some business success in other areas and decided I'm going to put some of my own pocket change into developing a brand new razor that will make single edge shaving easier for people who don't want to have to go through the training. Short story is that we developed this patented stainless steel razor, and we've been selling that successfully for the last 10 plus years. We wanted to follow with that product line a home system for hot lather. So a way to give the typical home shaving customer a hot lather experience that was going to also kind of innovate in the space of lather that has not been innovated in decades. And so we spent some time in developing that product. So at this point, the hot lather system, which was designed for home use, has actually kind of caught this this fire in your guys' space, in the barber professional space. And we're realizing we kind of accidentally developed a tool rather than just a toy. This is a product that the professional barbers are saying, I want one. I need that. That's amazing. Incidentally, the design process had come from outside of our company. A couple of guys who had been working on this a couple of years back approached us and said, you know, we've done 99% of the work to get this product to market. You guys have been an established brand for a while. Would you be interested in licensing this from us? And so we can't take all the credit by any means, but the guys who designed it actually, one of them was a barber and had the professional experience and knew what hot lather could be for his customers at home, and had this idea of creating the hot lather system that we have today. And this is it right here. It's the size of your typical coffee mug. I walk into a barber shop with this, just making some cold calls and say, hey, you guys want to try some hot lather? And most of the time people think I'm holding my coffee cup.
Right.
It's small, it's compact, it heats in 90 seconds, it's cordless, it's actually water resistant. So if you're a shower shaver at home, it's great for the shower. And then best of all, there's a lot of best of alls, but it takes these pods that you don't have to mix the solution. The solution is ready to go. It pops in. It's not a single use pod. One pod's going to last you in the chair probably anywhere from 10 days to a week worth, 10 days to 2 weeks worth of customer services. So sorry, you got me going on it. And
No, this is what we want, man. This is what we want. You know, we want this to be evergreen so people can look back and see what this is. Go ahead, T.
I gotta give a disclaimer that I saw you at CT.
Yeah.
And I said, what were you doing here? And you was telling me about it. And I was like, bro, I got to get one of those. I didn't, you just told me what it did. And I went and looked and I was like, I got to get one. I got back. I ended up getting one. It came and it's like a kid with a new toy. I ran around the shop, letting all my barbers feel this lather that comes out. You would think that you would need a lot. You don't need that much. And it comes out so piping hot, bro, that it is just so soothing. I did a shave on myself. I don't even use a razor on my face, but I did that day and it was fantastic. Like I said, I had a handful of it. I had so much lather because I thought I needed a lot. I didn't. It spread it so good. It's a great product, bro.
Love to hear that. Yeah, you guys talking about the last lap. That was me as well. I was making my last. We had just loaded up the truck in the parking lot, and I had kind of my bag and maybe one unit with me, and ran into you guys like making my last exit from the show hall. I was really glad I got to bump into y'all.
And when did you? Is there other events that you were at prior to CT? Or
we started big. That was the first barber show for us.
Wow.
We have since also gone to the Austin 5-star Barber Beauty Expo.
Oh yeah, with Cherry.
Cherry the barber puts on here in Austin. So that Austin's where I'm based, and so that's just kind of easy. We're planning on being at BarberCon in Dallas in September.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Again, because we've kind of stumbled into this space, even coming to the shows, it's like, oh, we got to go to that. We need to make sure that we're coming to these things. And so suddenly I'm looking at all the weekends going, when can we make these weekends work?
So how was the show for you in CT? How did your product display itself?
I did not bring enough inventory, man. I sold out on the first day.
Ooh, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
And what are you hearing now?
All good stuff. I think the main thing that people like about it is it depends. Like everybody kind of has their own pet peeves about any tools they're using. I think the cordless aspect of it is a big winner. The other thing is that because of its profile, I just turned this on to heat. So I hit the power button on that 90 seconds ago.
Show them how it comes out, bro.
It comes out. Ooh,
see,
comes out super hot and very thick. So, but yeah, the cordless aspect, also the footprint, when you compare to some of the other unnamed competition, no need to loud cap anybody, that sit on your back bar and drip everywhere and have to stay plugged in all day and are essentially just a bowl of soap cooking all day that's evaporating and just waiting to clog. It takes up less space. It's a less space on your back bar. Those are the two main things. And just the quality of the lather is the first thing I hear. Is like, oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. That's better than whatever else I might be using.
You have a approximate amount of shaves you could get out of each one?
If you were to shave your entire face, every day, you'd get a month. So 30 full face shaves. So if you're going to be shaving, just neck lineups and brow and all that on a majority basis, you're going to get a whole lot more than that. It's like any other any other product. Everybody kind of has their style in terms of how quickly they go through their product.
Yeah. Princeton Fit said this thing is magical. He also says the cordless aspects, the heat, the size. I can go on and on. So.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
What's your marketing angle with it? Are you, so when you're at the events, I didn't see you at the booth. So did you have like ambassador barbers there with you, or you just set up, had your print media?
I did. Shout out to Dynasty Vaughn out of the Connecticut area, who was just an absolute champ for me. He brought in his team. Didn't even charge me for their time. They just wanted passes to go to the show. He brought in a chair at no extra charge. So Vaughn Ortiz out of the Connecticut area came in and helped us out. And yeah, he's been great. When we were here in Austin, it was just me. We're a pretty small company, and I wasn't sure how big the Austin show is going to be. But honestly, we are actively looking for I would say micro influencers in the barber space. We've taken some big swings and been politely told, this is how much it's going to cost if you're going to promote with us. I'm happy to send free product to people in the 50 to 200,000 follower range if we're going to get some content back. And again, if they love the product, I want it to be authentic. Like we're looking for people who have this authentic response to it that say, like your words, game changer, where it's going to be a genuine word of mouth grassroots type effect in the community. And one other thing that I would also add, because we've been in the consumer razor space for the vast majority of our company's existence, I don't know if you got, well, y'all are biased because you're barbers, but the average guy does not have this conversation. Hey, your face looks really smooth today. What'd you shave with? Right. And so having hope for a word of mouth product in the razor space, it's challenging. You just don't talk about what you're shaving, and a razor like ours, I'll plug it again while I'm on here. A razor like ours, like this, it's sexy, it looks cool, it's nice, but you're not going to go around talking about it unless you just happen to be the guy that posts pictures of random parts of his life on his Instagram. The barber community is so tight, and you guys talk to each other, and you're peers, and you're not competition with each other unless you just happen to be right across the street from the next shop. You guys talk to each other so much that it's been a revolutionary marketing phase for us. We've finally found ourselves in a place where we are marketing to a community that when you're excited about something and you use it and you like it, you're going to tell your friends about it. And that's just a night and day place for us to be compared to where we've been coming from. It's been uphill, and now suddenly we've got this momentum that is really exciting for us to see.
Yeah, it's funny that you guys grabbed onto that, because it was something to add to the average man out there just doing house shaves.
Yep.
When the barber seen that, was like, what? I don't got that. I gotta have that.
Yep.
So now getting us to get those, and we have clients that may be interested in even like, what is that? But like, bro, you can get one that you can plug it into your house and have hot shaves when you can't make it in. So you're going to be cross marketing that anyway through the barbering industry. So
yeah, and I anytime I talk to barbers who are interested in it for themselves, I'm like, look, you think bigger than that too, because you can stock this. Like, you're not gonna sell your shears to your customer, you're not going to sell your trimmers, but they don't have to have a license to know how to use this thing. And every time they come back for a cut, if that's every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks, they probably could pick up a pod from you. So the whole they're proprietary, but that plays in your favor too.
Yes,
that's a smart move.
I like that a lot. I'm seeing my brain already ticking, like, how can I leverage this? Because a lot of the clients that we cut do not come in to get shaves. They do their shaves at home anyway. So now you're giving them an alternative to have this hot lather shaving system at their house.
Yeah.
Why not?
People always ask their barbers, like, how do I do what you're doing here at home? You know, I got a guy who got a hot towel warmer at home now because
Oh yeah.
he likes the experience. So this is gonna be a game changer right there. What's the charging process like on those?
It charges full battery in 3 hours, but it can also run while it's charging. So if you were to drain it to zero, you're not going to get anything out of it for about 5 minutes. And then once it's plugged back in, you know, as soon as it's got some juice in that battery, it'll start to heat up again. And it has some indicators that'll tell you. We kept it really minimalist. The LED lights on top here, once it gets down to 20%, when you tap it, for one, you tap it, it shows you the battery level. Right now, I'm at about a 50 on this one, the green. If it were at 20, it would just show me in red these two, 10.
Okay.
There's 10 LEDs. So then if it were 10, just the first one. So it lets you know where it's at. It also has a battery saving function where if you walk away from it, if you don't touch it for 3 minutes, it turns itself off. That's been the number one request from barbers is how do I get this to stay on? It's nice that it's saving the battery, but I don't really need that because I just keep it plugged in often. And we listen. I mean, our next purchase order from the factory is going to ship here in a couple of weeks, and that was the feature we added on round 2, which is you double tap this power button right here, which this is you hold this down 3 seconds and it starts to heat. Double tap it on the next edition of it, and it will disable auto shut off, and it will just run. It'll stay hot until it dies. How
long does it take to heat up from zero?
90
seconds. There you go. Yeah,
it is quick,
straight up,
quick,
damn,
bro.
that's fine.
90 seconds. And the other really helpful thing is how easy it is to clean. So the issue with traditional lather machines is that because they're on all day, you are cooking liquid soap, which naturally means that the water content of that is evaporating over time. The lids on those are not very well sealed off, and so moisture is coming out depending on your humidity, the temperature in the room. That moisture is leaving. So you come back the next day, your ratio is off. You've got to redo your ratio, right? Well, as that happens over time, that's where the clogs happen, is that soap is hardening. This can still clog. The thing though is that we've made it very easy to access where it might clog. So on the front here, we've got this cap. You pop it off real quick. This nozzle, 9 times out of 10, is going to be what you're dealing with if you have a clog. Twist it real quick, pull that out. Barbicide, vinegar solution, soak it in hot water, run it under the drain, under the faucet. You've got 6 filters in here, and as you can imagine, over time, soap will harden. So if you were to use it, walk away for a month, come back, it might be a little sticky. It cleans itself if you use it every day. And so as long as you're using it, you're probably not going to see any issues. But then behind that, we also have more parts that are really easy to get to clean in here. And included with the lather machine, I won't pull it out right now because my hands are a little bit slippery, but there's a brush in there. You can't really see it, but right here, there's a red pull that brush out.
Oh, that's cool.
And there's a hook on the back end of that brush. You pull this plug out right here. And behind that are 3 openings. Very simple. That brush is like a pipe cleaner. Stick it in there real quick. You're good to go. Put it all back together. You saw how quickly I took it apart. Goes back together just as quickly. Front cap. And you're all set. And really the best way to maintain it is do that once a month, maybe. If you're using it regularly, again, you're not going to see it as much. If you were to walk away from it for a little while, it's just the natural effects of a liquid soap drying.
It would be cool if you had a YouTube video on that. You guys got some videos on that? Man,
we do.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, we actually released that video before we went live with the product because we wanted to get out in front of that. And one thing, and we're open about this on our Instagram. In fact, I did the video myself. We realized that because we tested every single unit at the factory before they shipped, every single one of these units had some dry soap in it as of 8 months ago. Well, it was liquid 8 months ago. Now it's gotten dry. And so what we're seeing is like the longer that inventory sits in our warehouse and sells through, the higher chance we're seeing of the very first use. Actually, the customer finds that it's clogged. And so we're going, oh no. Okay. What do we do? We realize actually all that's happening is, well, all they have to do is pull that plug out, rinse it real quick, put it back in, and you're good as new. So the downside of testing every single unit at the factory, we came across this problem, but it's a very easy problem to fix. So the next round, I'm getting into more weeds than most people care about, but this is the kind of stuff that I deal with all day.
It's
The
good,
next
man. We want
the
you to
next
nerd out.
round, yeah, the next round we're going to not test the actual filter that ships. So what's happening is we're testing the filter that the customer is going to end up using. By the time they get it 8 months later, it's clogged. So we're using a testing filter, removing that last stage, assemble with a brand new filter, never been used before,
Gotcha.
totally clean. Then it can sit as long as it needs to on the shelf. So
Skincare by K says heating the skin is amazing. Dry shaving is not good for the skin, especially for men's. Just in case you guys did not know that, Skincare by K is specialized in that kind of information. So thank you. I want to talk about some of the different scents you have.
yeah, glad you asked about that. So when we first launched a shaving cream, which would have been 6 years ago now, which is just a traditional, more of a butter, we went with lavender, essential oil lavender. So we included that. We also have a scent that is what we call barbershop. It's kind of a bergamot, woodsy kind of a smell. We decided to hold off on that scent, and it's coming, but that's been our most popular scent. We wanted to introduce a brand new scent with this product launch in November, so we actually introduced sandalwood, which has been the more popular between lavender and sandalwood for the pods. So the sandalwood has been very well received. It's a great fragrance. Everyone I've seen test it reacts. And what's interesting is the solutions that are out there for the other brands. There's not a lot of fragrance options. It's just a hot lather fragrance, and so we're taking advantage of that void, and we'll be launching new fragrances as we go. So
wow.
As of next month, I think we'll have all 3 fragrances on the market.
All right. Yeah, I like the sandalwood. I haven't ran out of that yet to go to the lavender, but I have both.
Yeah, the lavender is more subtle. It's going to be the more natural option, but I like both of them.
Good fragrances, man. What do you think your top seller is going to be? You guys got a few different products here, and you got all this momentum going right now.
Our top seller specifically in the barber space?
Yeah, you guys got a few different products. What do you think your winning one is going to be at the end of this year?
I think our fastest increase in sales is going to be the lather machine. I don't think it's going to catch up to our razors quite yet, because the challenge of selling into a market like the barber market is that, yes, it's a very tight-knit community. There's a lot of word of mouth opportunity. It is a smaller total accessible market, TAM. Pretty much everybody shaves something. And so you can sell razors. Convincing the typical consumer to buy a hot lather machine for home use is always going to be kind of less of a you need this and more of like you could use this. So just because the total accessible market for razors is bigger, and we are more established in that space, I think we won't see the lather machine overtake our razor sales just yet. But I bet next year that's different.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think you finna you ain't gonna have enough product to get out in a minute, man. Because when I seen that, it was just amazing. When I got it, I'm like, this thing is just so dope. So
I appreciate that.
I expected to.
Great to hear.
Yes,
the excitement about it. What it is you didn't create a new version of something that's already out there. Excuse me. Well, not create. You didn't bring something to the market that's already out there. You brought something brand new, something people don't have in their artillery. So this is a big deal, man. For you guys that just tuned in, we're talking to Charlie with OneBladeShave, and we are talking about the cordless lather machine, hot lather machine, man. Lather. And if you were at CT Expo, hopefully you guys made it over to his booth. I see our guy Vince with Ray's out there. I know he was there. Shout out and much love. If you guys missed it, he sold out. You said day one, right, Charlie?
It was almost all of it day one. I didn't have much left day 2.
That's fire, man.
Yeah.
That's big. That's a big deal.
And I had my demo. We came in with the same option, the same offer for free shipping. Like, look, you don't walk around the hall with this thing. It's like small, but it's also the size of a shoebox. And we were given the free shipping offer, and I was surprised. I thought most people would be like, oh, this is dope. I want it shipped to my house for free. I don't have to carry it around. But they wanted it
They
now.
carried it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I got
We
plenty
ain't
of
got time to wait, man. When we get back, we want to put it in action.
Yeah,
you
well, that's the
did.
other thing. Speaking of travel, it's TSA friendly. The pods are less than that
Yeah.
that 100 or excuse me, the
3
3 ounce.
ounces. Yeah.
Yep. So
That's a big deal, and it just a little game for you. Barbers, we're some of the most impatient people
Oh,
on
very.
this planet, homie.
Very.
So yeah, they not waiting for it to ship if you got them right there.
yeah.
You seen us speak about our sponsors earlier. One of them hopped on here. Barbers Illustrated magazine
See that.
says, "Nothing like this on the market. Would love to talk more about ad space in the magazine. This is huge."
Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah, he's a good
Love
brother,
that.
man. He's doing big things. We had the opportunity to be featured in that magazine, and we seen that this month's edition, our homegirl, the
The
best, is on the
best.
cover. So it's a
The
beautiful
best.
thing that they're doing. So, what other products you guys got coming out, or if there's anything? I know that you're advancing the lather machine to add a couple of different features to it. And is there any competitors out there that you see in the pipeline?
I have not seen any innovation that's on this side of the pond. I think that when you really expand into the electronic product itself and look at excuse me, look at other applications, we had a couple of factories reach out to us and show us their soap dispensers, basically what you'd use in a bathroom to get the soap on your hands when you're washing your hands. It's like, that's not it. So it's not, the physical delivery of the medium, this foam, nothing super new about that, but the fact that it's hot and it's compact, it's the combination of all these things. Haven't seen that yet. And when I talk to, just kind of casually talking to friends about the product, and, oh yeah, kind of like I used to use one of these where you put the Barbasol can in it, and it's like, no, it's not that. It's not the same thing. So in terms of like the actual form factor, what it delivers, how it delivers, haven't seen anything yet. Knock on wood. The old guys have been around for a while, and I think just like any industry, they're comfortable, they're set in their ways, and
Yeah.
we'll see if we can kind of rouse them from what they've been doing for the last several decades. But yeah, hopefully it's just going to continue to be a great journey for us.
Anything you can share about anything that you guys are working on for the future?
I've had some accessories requests that would be kind of cool. I think we'd need to see a little bit more sales in the space before we start to roll out too many new toys to go with it. One suggestion was a back of the headrest cup holder, basically. So imagine you're doing a shave and it just sits right behind the headrest. Shout out to Tito.
Oh damn.
He had that idea. And we're probably gonna add a small silicone coaster for it. There is some
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that the one
Thank
issue
you.
you had? Yeah, it's hard to get around it.
So
And again, getting back
what?
into the weeds, what you've got is everything from here over when it's not on is not under pressure. And so that system of heating and pumping is kind of from here backwards. And so once it shuts off, you've got residual foam that's going to dissipate and it's got to go somewhere. And so eventually it just starts to drip out. And we want to make that a little bit cleaner.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I was like, oh, that would be great. I thought I was the only one that had that issue.
Yeah, most people stick their towel underneath there. It's not ideal, but if that's our only complaint, I think we're doing all right.
Now we got something going on here, man. You're touching into a part of this industry that a lot of barbers, we hear when we go to schools. We ask people what do they want to do in this industry, and a lot of them will say, "Oh, I want to create my own. I either want to be a brand ambassador. I want to create products. I want to sell, T-shirts or capes." It's so many entrepreneurial opportunities in the barbering industry. You came at a totally different angle. You came from an investor's angle to where you didn't create this from scratch. You found something that was worth investing into.
Mhm.
If somebody wanted to go that route, what kind of advice could you give them? Is that something you know, to look for partnership on? Is it something to just save up? Is it a credit thing that they need to focus on? What kind of advice would you give coming at it at that angle?
Yeah, I think about that question in terms of product. First and foremost, I think about it in terms of any product as a consumer, whether you're in the professional space or home use, whatever category, you're looking at the marketing behind the product, going, what problem does this solve for me?
Mm.
And so if you're wanting specifically in the barber space to take some risk and invest in some sort of a any sort of a product development journey, first and foremost, I'm looking for what problems are already being discussed and complained about, and create an opportunity for developing a solution for that product. And that's where I start. I say that incidentally, we didn't begin our journey with this, at least not with this product, with that question. We began our razor development with that question, the question of irritation, shaving is a chore, I hate shaving. These types of very prevalent attitudes in the consumer shave sector. And I could go on for a long time about how a particular company owns most of the research data in shaving.
Gillette? I can just guess. I guess.
And they've been telling us things through their ads
Oh yeah,
for several years now about how more is better, and
yeah.
it's
5
not.
blades and no.
Yeah, yeah. You guys can talk about it.
I'll interpret everything
There
for
you go.
you
Thank
so
you.
you don't say.
Translated.
Yeah.
And so we did take that approach with our razor product development. With this, like I said, we have stumbled into it, and it was going to be an additional product line for our existing customers. My dog is getting off the couch.
Yeah, that was so
Mm.
cool. I was like, we got
Um,
another guess.
And then, did you get a good nap? And then, we realized that it is solving problems in this space. I had no idea just how much barbers actually hated their lather machines. We had an existing barbershop chain as a existing customer for us, who my friend owns, or he's franchised out 14 different locations around the US, mostly in Texas. And he's been retailing our razors to his members. They have a club model. And I was like, hey, we got a lather machine. Would you be interested? He's like, oh, our lather machines are my number one pain in the ass. Like they are always breaking. I said, really? Oh, okay.
Not just
That's news to
clogging,
me.
breaking, not just
Yeah,
clogging.
yeah. Well, yeah. He's probably using that term, in a loose way. So that was the first time I heard of it, and then the more I spend time in the community, I'm going. There's kind of these two categories that the barbers I talk to fall into. They're either older school. I don't say just old school, but they're old. They're more of the old school way and appreciate hot lather, and probably are frustrated with the fact that there just hasn't been much innovation there. Or they're younger and they're like, I just use shave gel. I'm good. Like, and I'm at the expo. I've got this thing hot and ready, and I'm like, showing people out of my hand. I realized from the first one, like, I need to not be just handing out flyers. I need to actually show it to people as if it's a sample at Costco. And they're like, oh, what is that? Like, and I show them, and if they're under a certain age, they probably are not as interested as the guys who are of an older age. And the ones who are older, like, they can appreciate that it's new and that the clogging issue is real. The younger guys are like, nah, I use my shave gel. My argument with those guys is like, yeah, but your customer doesn't remember shave gel. Your
And that's
customer,
why I was going to ask you to educate them. If you can educate them a little, right? Just drop a little bit, because you answered my question, which is you went for a problem to solve. You didn't just say, "Hey, I think this would be something cool to invent or to sell." So we got that. Now for the people, the younger crowd who may watch this later, give them some education on why this may be better.
Oh yeah, and we made an
Dedicated
ad
shave
about
gel.
this 2 weeks ago. The ad was like 3 tips on shaving your customers from a non-barber because it's me talking in it. But it's like your customer is there because you're able to do something they can't do, which is cut their hair. Well, now anything on top of that is gravy, potentially gravy for you in the form
Mm.
of tips and what you can charge to your customer. And you get those customers coming back. They know what they're going to expect from you because they've already had such good service for you. And if your service is mediocre, you're not able to justify higher rates for services, right? And so anything you're able to do to increase the value of that experience is going to play in your favor. And so if the argument is, yeah, but shave gel costs, I don't know, anywhere from $3 to $6 for a tube, and you're talking about investing in a whole system here where the pods are going to run maybe in that category, in that neighborhood of price, but they're not going to last quite as long as a whole tube of shave gel. You know, my argument to him is, yeah, but what are you actually getting as a return on that investment from that tube of shave gel? Very little.
Yeah.
It's cold. Yeah,
Yes.
you can maybe see what you're doing just fine, and it does what it's supposed to do, but it's not the full experience that they might not have ever even had before. I think some barbers take for granted that hot lather is a thing,
Yeah.
and there's a whole generation of barbershop customers who aren't aware of it. And some of the guys that I've talked to talk of it as if it's a dying feature. And I think that's an opportunity for us, is talking to these younger guys who are not as interested in adding something that they have to maybe keep up with, whether it's skill or time. But that's the whole thing. It's like, it's 90 seconds, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a lot of time. We made it easy for you.
Yeah,
And
really.
the upside of it's huge compared to what you're going to invest in. We sold a couple of units to also some barbers at CT, and she called me. I gave her my personal card, and she was in that eastern part of the country, and she she was like, "Hey, this is so and so. I need to buy more. I was wondering if I could still get the same rate as what you guys were offering at the expo." Called her back, and I was like, "Hey, great to hear from you. Yeah, absolutely. We're still running the same deal." She said, I need you to know that our tips have gone up as a result of using this product.
Oh wow, that's a big deal.
So
That's
the
a big
proof
deal.
is there. Yeah. And I'm like, okay,
Oh,
I need
yeah.
that in an ad.
Yeah. I was using shave gel until I got the machine, and I had a client that I always shave every Friday, and I put the cold shave gel on. He's like, "Ah," every time, right? And then I would give him the hot towel. He's like, when I had the machine, I got the
Yep.
machine. I said, I got something for you. He's like, what you got? He looking around like, what you got for me? I said, just watch, relax. I put that lather on him. Oh my God. He was just raving about it. So it is a part of your experience. It adds value to you. There's a thing going on now. There's this trend that a lot of barbers are now using shave or lather on the lineup.
Yeah.
And they'll put a hot towel on there. So that's gonna definitely bring the lathering back into the fold. So you guys should be seeing some younger people grabbing the
Yeah.
machines for that.
I have a
There's
confession. I got
there's
a
a mobile
confession. I've
barber
never
that,
used hot lather.
What?
oh no.
Not even. Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
let me just get it. Let me just get it out,
Bruh.
man. Let me get it out. I've never used hot lather, and it's not that I'm against it. I've just never used it. And
Well,
so,
text me your shipping address because you got one coming your way.
dude, I will. And this is what's a trip. I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, everything y'all are saying is so logical. Like damn, it's cold. You know what I mean? But I I do hot towels,
Yeah.
different things like that. But I never thought about it being cold or not, soothing or anything like that. I did the
Yeah.
hot towel so I could loosen up all the dirt, and the stuff lays a lot smoother. The gel lays a lot
Yeah.
smoother. Me personally, I when I started shaving with razors instead of clippers, because a lot of barbers will shave with trimmers. When I started doing that, I was a little uncomfortable with the shaving creams
Mm.
because you can't see. And I was like, okay, I never got that, to be honest with you, and maybe I just wasn't properly trained. So I always did the
Oh,
gel.
what? I felt like you looked at me when you said that properly trained because you was working under my license. I kind of felt like I let you down, my dog.
He
My
never
fault.
showed
My
me
fault.
nothing.
Well,
My fault.
I would respond to that point about not being able to see, and again, non-barber here, but I do shave. With this point, which is you get the heat and you get that thick, soft, luxurious feel of the lather, but the reality is it does dissipate for you. And then if you want it to be more transparent, you can make it more transparent as you rub it in. I think
Okay.
that immediate kind of hot pillow feeling is that first, oh wow, moment. And then when you actually go to shave, nobody wants to shave on top of a thunderhead worth of
Yeah.
cream
White
right there.
cloud. Yeah.
Yeah, what that's there for is to add to the heating effect. And then once you're ready to actually put the blade on the skin, now you've probably worked it in some, and now it is thinner. And we've had some customers who aren't barbers who are like, hey, it goes way too fast. I'm like, well, it's not barber saw.
Mm.
It's not a shave butter. It's lather. It's supposed to do that. It's
Yeah.
supposed to give you that heat. It's supposed to help open up the pores and soften the hair, most importantly. And then once you're ready to actually put the blade on, you kind of need to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Man, for a non-barber, you just gave a barber some game. So, T, is that how you do it too? T, you like
Yeah.
so you putting it on there and you're letting it moisten the hairs.
Mhm.
And so let's say I lather both sides.
Mhm.
This one I'm just gonna let it sit. And once I'm ready to start shaving over here, I can start massaging it in a little bit, and
Let
it's
me
gonna
tell you exactly
thin
what I
out.
do. I do the hot lather. I do ball heads. So I do the hot lather on there, right? And then I give them that hot towel. So I take it off and then I start the shaving process. Now, when it seems like it's dry, just a little bit of water, you'll see the soapy coming back and it just glides right off of that. So,
And this is just a little.
Oh,
You rub it in there, you can see through it. That is all
gotcha,
still there.
yeah, it's there.
You get that
gotcha.
first heat. That's what they're paying for. But then the lubricating element
It's there.
of that solution is still there for what your blade edge needs.
Shut up, Kay.
So let me ask you this now,
Shake
because you
my
do
head.
got the single blade razor
Yeah.
for the handled razor holder. You guys have any plans of making that blade for a straight razor?
I had that request by someone at CT, and he saw a photo of this same razor, and he thought, from looking at the photo, I didn't actually have this with me, but he thought that what he was looking at was, you can see how it's got this opening here.
Yeah.
He thought that the hinge came
Yeah.
down and it was like that. It's actually just a hinge, head for typical home use. It gave me an idea. I thought, man, if we do really break into this space, it would be a easy direction for us to go to take this concept. It's a very saturated space, to be honest. The other thing about our razors is, so you guys typically are taking a double-edged safety razor, you're snapping it in half.
Yep,
That blade
definitely.
is 0.1 millimeter thick. Our blades are going to be twice that thick. And so if someone is coming from very rare breed of the actual straight edge razor that is honed and stropped and sharpened on a whetstone every week or so, rather than the replaceable blade, you might be all right with a thicker blade. But most barbers, if you're using our blade, this is going to be pretty thick compared to what you're using. And so our whole blade system is going to be a little bit foreign. It's great for a typical guy who's coming from one of the bigger cartridge brands and transitioning into wet shaving at home. But it would take a bit of a heavy lift to design something that's got the same form factor as our existing razors, and then try to compete with all these kind of $9, $10 Turkish handles that are great. No complaints. Everybody, I've watched some content online just to educate myself about what you guys being barbers are valuing in a typical razor handle, razor holder, and it's kind of a low price point. There's not a lot of bells and whistles there, and to try to offer something that's not just a status symbol, a status like, oh, look at this stainless steel $100 razor holder, then you convince barbers who are looking everywhere at their bottom line to invest in something like that. It'd be a bit of an uphill climb for us.
Yeah, my thoughts was more or less like a razor.
You in terms of the
our
old
razor
straight edge?
Yeah.
You mean the blade?
Yes, that blade.
So just this.
Yeah, something that fits in just about every straight razor holder.
Yeah, it's that's an even tougher market, to be honest. The factory that we work with that supplies us with this blade, because this is our, you can see our name on there.
Yeah.
OneBlade. It's they supply for some of the biggest brands, and the double edge safety blade, that one that gets split in half, or if it's pre-split, it's such a commodity product at this point. Very little margin. They make millions of them a day, and to find a way, there is a guy, Cassius, name drop, who has made this new blade that is the shorty. Have you guys seen this, where it's the short version of that, where you're able to get a lot tighter with some of those edges? And that's the first innovation I've seen in this space. It wouldn't work in a double-edged safety razor head. It would only work in what you guys use.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I have. Yes.
He was at CT as well. But yeah, no, we short answer, we don't have any plans to jump into that space right now.
Man, what's your goal and mission, man? What's the goal here?
Originally it's just been to elevate home shaving. And so we're pivoting. We're definitely pivoting. Right now it's to bring barbers a tool that is going to increase the value of their services. And so we're kind of writing the script as we watch the movie.
I want to back up a little bit, because Barbers Illustrated says your ad would be free. So make sure.
I did see that. Thank you so much. And we'll definitely be in touch.
Yes. All right. Anything else you want to tell us before we get into some other business?
I'm trying to think, man. Anything that I missed? I just kind of ramble about our stuff and forget to go back. Check all my boxes off.
What's the next show you're at? You say you're going to Dallas to BarberCon.
Yeah, I need to book that, but yeah, we plan on being at the BarberCon show in Dallas in September.
We're gonna have some fun out there, man.
Yeah,
we're some fun out there.
Yeah, I would just add, or emphasize again that we're trying to build the momentum and being in this space for the first time, and so actively wanting barbers to help us make content. And if you're in that space in terms of that sweet spot of following, where you do have a lot of followers, and it's not going to cost us an arm and a leg, and you could use the product, and we can work out commission on link clicks and that sort of thing. We're actively doing that right now. So
smart move.
Yes, indeed.
All right, man. Well, if y'all just tuned in, this is our guy Charlie with OneBladeShave, and all I gotta say is super innovative, man. Super innovative. You could do your hot lather shaves on the go for all those mobile barbers, and even not just the mobile barbers. I like it for the station itself, man, because I got real bougie after the cordless clippers came out. You throw a cord at me now, man. I'm like,
how? Out of curiosity, how long has that been the norm? Because I was trying to remember when was the last time I saw corded clippers, and I can't honestly remember.
Well, we still have some barbers that are live by, die by. They're like, man, I ain't messing with that new shit, man. I need my cord. And they're not as powerful.
How new is it?
And I'm like, well, so for me, I remember the Wall Magic clip was my first one, and I want to say that was
about
it had to be
10. 6. Oh,
nah, that
I was
had
gonna
to
say
be
6.
It had to be more than that, because Faders has been open for almost 6, and I got it at Easy Style as
I
a
remember
gift.
now.
So I want to say close to 10 years, if not 10 years right now. That's a good one.
First ones came out, but they was not holding.
Right,
then they got better and better.
And I literally set down a good clipper that I love to death, which was the Fast Fees, just because this clipper had no cord on it, and I couldn't believe it. If anybody in the comments got a minute, look up when the first cordless clipper came out for us, please, and hit us in the comments, because you got me
that
curious
might
about
be
that
in the
one, Charlie.
90s, man. They was trying stuff back then.
Or
This
look
ain't
when
made it to market.
Look when the Magic Clip was released. Look
Yeah.
up when the Wall Magic Clip was released. But yeah, Charlie, about that, I would say about 10. But for me, I got so bougie when it came to the cords, man. And I love old school
Yep.
and new school stuff. I'm a hybrid barber. I like old and new. But the thought of not having another cordless piece of equipment on the station, it just seems so nice, man, and it helps you keep things coordinated, and I think everything just looks a lot neater, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We also were thinking this is probably a tool that's specific for the mobile barber. How many of those guys are there actually out there? And the more we started by reaching out to some of those guys, and typically, starting at Vic Fontes at the top, those are some of the more active accounts because they got more interesting content to make by nature of what they're doing.
Yeah.
But then we realized it doesn't really matter in terms of the receptivity of the product, the whether you're mobile or not. The guys who are in their brick and mortar all day love it just as much.
Yes, indeed.
Seriously. Barbers Illustrated, thank you for the research. That's our research. Man, boy, that's our guy, Jason. 2009. 2009.
There you
That's
go.
love. All right, man, we're going to have some fun with you before we get out of here, man. Super innovative product, man. I'm so glad T caught you. I think right while our last guest, or was it the week before, right while I was meeting that guest on our last lap, Tamel was meeting and talking with you, man. So I thought that was so dope to have both of y'all on here. So it's a pleasure, man.
Yeah, well, thank y'all for having me.
All right, man. You ready for a little fun after all this business talk?
All right, what we got?
We got trivia.
See how ignorant I am.
Look at some trivia music, T.
I can't. You got to grab that. You go
All
grab me some.
I got them right here. Let's give them some trivia music, man. All right. Go ahead and hit them. I'm going to let you do your
All right. Here we go.
It's up there. It's up
Hope
there.
this is multiple choice, man.
It's up there.
It's multiple
Let's hit 'em
choice.
with the general.
Here's one for you. Name a day of the week that doesn't end with the letter Y. Look, he's ready. He already knows this.
I ain't got one.
Hold on,
Name a day of the week that doesn't end in the letter Y.
Sorry, not a day of the week. Just name a day that doesn't end with the letter Y.
Tomorrow.
You see? I told you he's smart. I can see how. I'm telling you, this being a CEO, you got to be smart. And this ain't street smart stuff. This is just knowledge. He knows this. Go
That
and give him
was a
something like.
subconscious thing because I was in a restaurant in Mexico in Cancun last week, and it said the meal tomorrow. The meal is free tomorrow.
I like that. How'd you like Cancun?
Oh, it was great. Brought our kids down there. Yeah, they had the time of their lives.
That's dope. We
yeah.
enjoyed Cancun recently ourselves.
Direct
All right,
flight
man.
from here in Austin too.
Oh, sweet.
Oh. How many months have 28 days?
3 out of 4 Februaries.
3 out of the 4. Oh, I see what he did there.
I was slick.
I see what he did there. Hold on, Lon. Let me help him
You
out.
all have 28 days.
Hold on. You gonna get this. You gonna get this right here. Hold on. Did it play? Here we go. You heard that? Did you hear that?
I'm wrong. That's because
Yeah,
they all have
yeah.
28 days.
Yeah,
So I'm not-
exactly.
There we go.
Exactly.
You know, I almost feel like he could do a little barber trivia. This dude is.
I
this
think
dude is
he
sharp,
can.
man. This dude is sharp.
I think
And he knows
can.
some stuff.
Oh wait,
And
I'm trying to see in which angle. Oh, well, no, he wouldn't know that. I was gonna hit him with the how many steps in the straight razor shave.
Hey, that would have been a good one.
That'd have been great. Here's one for you though. Let's just say that you do a service that costs $60.
Mm-hmm.
The client tips you $7, gives you $100 bill. How much change do you give him back?
$60, 7. So that's going to be $33 change.
See, He's almost like Ivan Zoot here.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah, this dude is slick. He's
Almost.
slick,
You
man.
got to
You might
find
get
questions for him.
$23 changed by accident.
Hey man, I want everybody that's listening to give it up for Charlie and OneBladeShave. Very happy to have you stop by the clubhouse today. It's been great getting to know you, getting to know your product. I got a lot of people that's going to be interested in the things you were saying about the product, and we're going to do all we can to keep you out there in the forefront in our industry, because I love it. So
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. This is an honor for me. Feel very welcomed in this whole space, and yeah, specifically on this conversation with you guys. Very, very grateful. So really enjoyed it.
Man, we do too, man. Hopefully we can have you, just come back from time to time as this thing blows up, because we know it is going to, and we could just learn more, get updates, man, and just kind of keep in touch with each other.
All right. Thank you guys.
All right,
All
y'all.
right.
This is For the Culture podcast happening every Tuesday, man. Every
right,
Tuesday
guys.
at 7 p.m.
Tuesday.
Pacific Standard Time.
Stay
And this
blessed.
is our guy with OneBladeShave. Peace.
Peace.